Hi, good morning. We're here with John Quinlan from Three's a Crowd. How you doing, John?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm really well, thanks. Thanks very much for joining us today and looking forward to hearing about your business. So if you could start us off and telling us a little bit about who you are, what it is that you do, and how long you've been doing it for, please.
Cool. Yeah. So, as you know, my name's John. I own a company called Three's a Crowd, which has two pubs, restaurant, gastro pubs, for want of a better word, in Harrogate and Leeds. I've been in hospitality industry since I was 18, probably just under 18. Started off in hotels, worked my way around the departments and found myself on the bar. Yeah, while all my friends were going to uni, I found a passion for hospitality and particularly the bar. And then built my way up in my career, moved to different places in the UK, different bars, and then found myself moving more into management in the industry. I built my way up until I finally found somebody to invest in my ideas, in me, and that's how Three's a Crowd was born.
Awesome. So in terms of Three's a Crowd and you getting that concept and getting investment, that idea, how did you stand out from the crowd? No pun intended, but there's one spin there in terms of developing your concept and making sure that you got something unique in a very competitive marketplace.
I think there's two parts to that. Is obviously the concept and then finding investment for that concept. So the concept for Three's a Crowd, I worked in my career in sort of a fine dining, high end hospitality. So that sector of the industry, and really enjoyed the level of service that I was able to offer. It also gave me great opportunities to try some amazing produce. I had access to amazing wines and and the best products available to any sort of hospitality business. And I really liked the 5-star hospitality, what I call old school hospitality now, but always found it a bit too pretentious. Personally, I'm quite laid back. So that frustrated me a little bit, and so I wanted to take everything that I had learned. So, the service standards, the excellent wine, the access to all the products, amazing food and cooking techniques, and wanted to deliver that to my guests in more of a relaxed environment. And I was scratching my head and tried lots of different things or thought about lots of things. And I thought, well, everybody I know feels at home or comfortable in the great British pub. And so, yeah, so I thought, well, I'll take that all the knowledge I'd learned and the high-end 5-star service and throw it into a really relaxed environment. So that's kind of the concept for Three's a Crowd.
Excellent. It definitely resonates. I know personally when you sit in a restaurant or a high-end restaurant and someone asks you to taste the wine and that kind of awkward, it'll be all right, and that kind of thing that goes on, and dressing up like to a degree for wanting to go and enjoy a meal, but there is a certain element of awkwardness around that for certain types of people. So
yeah, sometimes you want that level of service, you want the level of food, but you want it on a Tuesday night in your jeans.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's kind of roughly where that concept came, where Three's a Crowd.
Fantastic. So what's your business journey been like since you started Three's a Crowd? How would you describe it?
Anyone who has their own business, I guess, in whatever industry or sector knows that it's difficult. It's rocky. it's challenging.
Mhm.
But that is the fun, I guess, sometimes. You
Yeah.
know, speaking candidly, transparently, it's not always fun. But rewarding, I think is the thing. So yeah, so it's been tricky. You know, we've grown. We started off with sort of 12 members of staff, sorry, 12 members of the team. And we've grown within the first pub, and then when we opened the second, obviously that's grown. So we now employ sort of close to 50 people. But I guess the challenges are financial. Initially, you know, you need to make enough money or have the right cash flow to be able to afford, you know, labor costs, operating costs, food costs, and
Yeah.
then you know, you think about it all the time, and then you've got to pay VAT and your tax and your corporation tax. So that's, I guess, for me, a huge learning curve. Obviously, being employed and running restaurants or hotels for other people, you have a glimpse into that. You know, you're on the periphery of it. You see P&Ls, but you know, you don't really get the training within that. So that for me is a huge journey or learning curve. And then it's you know, it's you're when you employ sort of 50 people, you don't always, you know, it's, how do I put this? You're employing 50 different personalities, 50 different people with their own challenges. And
Yeah.
I think as a conscientious and compassionate employer, it matters, you know, what your team go through personally and professionally. And so that's also a challenge.
Definitely. So what does the future look like from as far as you can see? So obviously there's been a lot of challenges to go through to get to this point, especially over the last 2, 3, 4 years. So yeah, what does the future look like as far as you can see it from your planned perspective? And what
But
are the
for me
challenges
personally,
to overcome? As a yeah, and as a business as well, sort of aligned with the business.
I mean, you know, I'm just hoping that we don't have another lockdown. We locked down sort of just before our first birthday for COVID,
Wow.
you know, which was unprecedented. You know, and we adapted and got through that. You know, and then the economical sort of situation that we find ourselves in post COVID is also challenging and changing constantly. So you know, I think whatever comes our way as a British economy, individually, or any, I guess, any industry is being able to adapt quickly. And I think more so, I can speak very specifically about the hospitality industry, is that you have to be able to adapt really quickly by listening to your guests. And I guess that's can be our guests. It could be, you know, if you supply a service for anything, it's listening to what they have to say and adapting as you see fit, you know, adapting to the economy, adapting to changes in trend again in any industry. So I think the biggest thing that I talk about with my team, my managers, is you know, listening. You know, listen more than you talk, and adapt to what's been put in front of you. You know, anything can change and has done in the last 4-5 years that I've been in business. Yeah, you just wake up every day and you know, take it on the chin and but adapt. If you don't adapt, you'll fail.
So moving on to yourself then, and a biggest lesson that you've learned in the last few years, would adaptability be it, or would it be anything else?
Yeah, I think adaptability is the biggest lesson. I think personally is creating space for yourself. You know, I think as a successful, not saying I'm successful at all, but I mean, when I look at people that inspire me and those people that have been successful, I found myself in this category, is that you work 24/7. You're constantly thinking. You're constantly thinking about the next steps, 3 months ahead, 6 months ahead. You're thinking about yesterday. You're thinking about how to improve, issues that might arise, and can be some days exhausting. And I've learned, or my biggest lesson is to be able to find a way, whatever that might be, to be able to switch off. And it's the hardest thing that I've had to adapt to. And that could be, I don't know, going on holiday. The good thing about going on holiday, even if it's a short break, is there's nothing you can do about the fire alarm.
Totally removed from the situation.
Yeah. Or, if it's reading a book or watching a film or playing sport, that works a lot for me. But you've got to find a way to switch off and relax. And that is hard. And you hear so many people on social media who are successful talk about, I'm always on my phone and, I never sleep, and it's rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. You've got to be able to be efficient in what you do and make the right decisions, or make any decisions. You have to be able to have some headspace.
Definitely. Less can be more, but how to find that quality of less can be difficult. Sounds easy, but
it could be 20 minutes. It could be one evening a week. It could be an hour. It's irrelevant, but you will burn out.
Sure. Yeah, we definitely speak to people who kind of got to that point and had to pull themselves back. So it is definitely a fundamental part of being successful, is being able to step away at key points to have that me time.
I mean, I could go on and on about things that I've learned or what means success. Headspace, believe in yourself, believe in your product, believe in your whatever you want to do. If you've got passion for it and you genuinely, it sounds so cliche, but if you've got passion for it and you just try the hardest you can try, and you're gonna make 10 decisions. If 5 of those are the right ones, you've won.
Yeah, I'm reading quotes as you do. I think Michael Jordan's quite a good one, well-known one, that he's failed more times to get to success, but you don't really see that. It's what people see, that success, but the amount of doors you have to hammer, the amount of times you fall over, the amount of times you have to get back up and keep going in order to build something, and then keep on doing that in order to sustain it.
Yeah, absolutely. The journey. No one sees the journey necessarily. Starting a business is more failure than success. You only have to succeed once. You failed 20 times, and that was my story. So,
what inspires you to do what you do then, John? What is it? Is it the customers? Is it the team? Overall things?
I mean, I guess initially my love for hospitality, my love for, when I love being with people, and looking after someone and them saying, you've made just one bit of their day better is an incredible feeling. But personally, I think for me, why I do what I do and why I'm in hospitality is I love being part of a team. I like it in all aspects of my life, whether it's sports or, sharing a meal or whatever it is. And so, I get to go to work and be part of a team, and there's something really rewarding and fulfilling about having a great day and achieving that with a team. I think super important to be humble, and I couldn't do what I do without my team, and I tell them that every day. There are very few people that can do it all by themselves.
Definitely. I bet with a team of 50 as well, that feeling's pretty good.
Yeah, some days it's not.
When it's good.
Some days it was just me, but
oh, wow.
But that's the way it is. That's the way it is, but most of the time, it's great. Being part of a team is what keeps me getting up and going.
Fantastic. So in terms of this point then, and sharing where we can find out more about what you do or booking in, feel free to let us know, and also any latest news around what you're up to.
Great. So this is the plug.
This is the plug part. You can tell us where your website is. How do we get a meal? Where do we book on? And yeah, any sort of latest news, obviously with Christmas coming up, or anything for the new year that you want to tell us about? Any plans?
Yeah, Three's a Crowd is in Harrogate and Leeds. The website is threesacrowd.com. You get both sites there, and you can book on there. Yeah, we're quite a creative business, so we do events every month. But some of the great events that are coming up going into the festive season. So we've got some wreath making dinners going on, still some spaces there, and then we actually have a live choir coming in.
Brilliant.
Yeah, in Leeds and Harrogate, singing some carols. We're going to throw some mince pies about, some mulled wines, so they're always fun. And we're also running a charity raffle this year, so the prizes are amazing. You can win up to, there's one prize and it's £3,500 worth of wine and private dining and Sunday lunch for a year, and it's £10
Wow.
a ticket. Yeah, it's £10 a ticket.
How do we enter?
Hey,
how do we enter? Do we need to be in the restaurant? Can we do it outside?
No. So check our social media. So there'll be a link to buy a raffle there. It's £10 a ticket. We're going to give a load of our proceeds to Cancer Research Yorkshire, and hopefully one person will be able to win all of that. There's 120 bottles of wine, champagne. Yeah, it'd be great.
Sounds like my ideal competition prize for my wife.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll be buying a ticket after this.
Thank you.
Awesome. John, been really good talking with you. Thank you for being so open and sharing all that you have. I wish you all the success for the future of the business.
Cheers. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.